Women, men are not chasing y'all anymore.
Men are a lot more passive in my experience. Their message is only as good as the recipient is able to understand it.
Huge amount of men between the age of 15 and 50 will not pass on their genes.
So what?
Women are not taken seriously.
You better be a really high-value woman to play that game.
What happens when the people who were once expected to step in, protect, provide, and help, quietly decide to stop participating altogether? Something feels very different in 2026. Not louder, not more aggressive, just colder. More and more men are stepping back emotionally, financially, and socially. And many people are starting to notice the silence where effort used to be. Stay with us till the end of this video, because this shift isn't just changing dating, it's changing the entire social dynamic between men and women.
Women, men are not chasing y'all anymore in this 2026. Best believe a lot of men now have their physical and mentally and financial stability to the max. So if you guys want to play games and make him chase you and shit like that, nah, they ain't doing that anymore. They will replace you quick. So if you like a guy and he meets your standards in whatsoever way you know how to balance it with him, work with him, because he will not chase you. Ladies, do not be wasting time. You like the guy, he likes you, he treats you good, and you want to treat him good as well, go for it. Don't make him trying to chase you, man. Like, that's long, bro. The fuck?
For a long time, society expected men to play a very specific role. Be useful, be dependable, step in during hard moments, solve problems quietly without asking for recognition. But now, many men are questioning that role entirely. Not because they suddenly hate women, but because they no longer feel the exchange makes sense for them emotionally or financially.
I'm gonna need the men who know what the fuck is up to hold the fucking dumbasses accountable that are still out here in 2026 on Stevie Nicks' internet asking women what they bring to the table and saying that if she doesn't provide services such as cleaning, cooking, laundry, and sex, that what is she good for? Meanwhile, y'all are walking around with shit stains and pee stains in your boxers, holes in your socks, and dingleberries on your hairy balls. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? If you don't know what a woman can provide to you in your life, in a relationship, you should probably be dating a man. And I don't mean a gay one because they're too good for you. Go date one of your bros, okay? Y'all are dumb. Really fucking dumb. Relationships are not transactional. You claim to be providers, protectors, leaders. You're leading us to fucking insanity. You're providing headaches. We only need protection because men are the predators. Just leave us alone, okay? If you're one of those men that feel the need to ask a woman what she brings to the table, assume it's nothing and walk the fuck away, okay? Have a great fucking day.
A lot of men today feel exhausted. Exhausted from constant expectations, emotional pressure, financial burdens, and the feeling that their value only exists when they're useful to somebody else. And instead of arguing about it publicly, many are simply disconnecting. They are helping less, engaging less, approaching less, and investing their energy elsewhere.
Oh, I wish I could get a seat. A girl like me, I wish I could get a seat. My legs are killing, you know. I wish I could get a seat.
Me too.
Damn, if only feminists hadn't spent years attacking and tearing down men for being chivalrous, someone would have offered you a seat. In 2026, there is no reason for men to be chivalrous or even help women in need because of the risk of false accusations. Women, you reap what you sow. Now you get to stand. Congratulations.
What makes this shift so noticeable is how calm it is. There's no huge protest, no dramatic speeches, just emotional withdrawal and quiet detachment. At the same time, many modern women grew up expecting a certain level of support, attention, or assistance from men socially. But the environment around them has changed faster than expected.
So I feel like a lot of women these days choose to be single because in 2026, men think that they're women. They want to be chased. They want to be provided for. Like, they think they're the bad bitch in the relationship. Like, no. Like, you're a man. You're supposed to chase after your woman. You're supposed to provide and protect. And I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Like, the roles have reversed, you know? Women have to step up and be like the man in the relationship. Like, what the fuck?
Now, more men are prioritizing peace, personal freedom, mental stability, hobbies, fitness, and financial security over relationships or social obligations.
Hey, excuse me. What's it like being a woman in 2026?
Great, independent.
You don't have a man?
No.
You think men want independent women?
Absolutely, absolutely. We don't want a crybaby.
What has led you to believe that in your life?
I've been married, divorced, I had a first husband, so.
You had more than one husband?
Just the first husband.
Just one?
Just one.
How long was your marriage?
13 years.
13 years with another man.
With another man, a real man. Yes, it has a penis. Yes, he has a penis.
And how old are you now?
What do you think?
42.
Close. 39.
What caused your 13-year marriage to end?
I did. I was like, you know what? I need to go out there and, I don't know. It was a long relationship. I need to experience other people, I guess. No.
So you just got bored and wanted to see what other men were like?
Yeah, basically. It's 2026, you said.
Why don't you feel ashamed using that as a reason to end your marriage?
No, it's not a shame. It's because we're friends. Me and my first husband were friends. We're good friends, and he agreed. We were together for too long. We got married young, you know. So we'd experience other people like us.
After those experiences, do you desire to get married again?
I don't know. I don't think so. It's not in my thought right now. I'm having fun.
You just want to have fun.
I just want to have fun. No kids, single. You know, I have my little dog, and I don't have anybody to talk.
Once people become comfortable alone, it becomes harder to convince them to return to stressful dynamics. Solitude starts feeling safer than emotional unpredictability.
You better be a really high value woman to play that game.
I've decided that I don't do the whole boyfriend, girlfriend thing anymore. To me, that language, guys, it feels a bit high school. I'm not interested in being anyone's girlfriend. What I'm interested in is being a wife. And for me, it doesn't make sense to give someone exclusive access to me unless there is a formal, tangible commitment, as in I am engaged or married.
She wants to force you to commit, right? I get the sense that maybe this one had a guy who didn't want to commit. And the way that sometimes women will try to force you to commit, like force you to do things, is to say, well, I'm not going to be exclusive until I have a ring on it. So I'm just out. I'm not going to be your girlfriend. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of that. I'm going to be out on the prowl, and I can be taken by any guy. I'm still available. So until you put a ring on it, I'm not yours, and I could be taken away from you.
Social media also amplified this divide. Every day people consume videos about failed relationships, cheating, unrealistic standards, divorce stories, and emotional manipulation. Over time, trust slowly erodes.
What would you say is the hardest thing about being a woman in 2026?
Men.
Men? Wait.
Good one.
What would you say is the hardest part about dating at your age in life now?
Men.
Men? What about them? What can they do better?
Everything.
Ladies, hardest thing about being a chick in 2026?
Fuck.
Honestly, feeling safe at night around men.
What's the hardest thing about being a woman?
Men not understanding us.
How do you want a man to treat you?
Like we are precious gems.
What's the hardest thing about being a woman in 2026?
The men are nowhere near as hot as we are.
What's the worst thing about being a woman in 2026?
That men act like women.
What would you say is the hardest thing about being a woman in 2026?
Men bothering me when I'm married.
What would you say is the hardest thing about being a woman in 2026?
Dealing with these guys who are on their bikes when you're saying like, no, thank you, I don't need a ride. And they like are nasty and harassing you.
Why do you think men don't like to take no for an answer?
They don't like to know how strong we really are.
Some men now see helping as risky. They worry about being used, misunderstood, or emotionally drained without appreciation. Whether that fear is justified or not, it's shaping behavior in real time.
Huge amount of men between the age of 15 and 50 will not pass on their genes.
So what? Genuinely, so what? Stephen Bartlett here is talking about men getting to reproduce with women like it's some sort of birthright, when it's absolutely not. What Stephen is suggesting is that men are entitled to women having children for them. Men are entitled to women's bodies. And I cannot explain how genuinely dangerous and irresponsible of a worldview that is to promote and uphold. It's genuinely one of the leading reasons, if not the leading reason, for male violence against women. A large number of femicides are simply because a woman had the audacity to reject a man's advances. That's not an opinion of mine, it's a reality that women face. We have to fear for our lives that men will hurt us if we reject them. The reason men get violent when we say no to them, when they are unable to get access to us, is because they are raised with this entitled view. They are raised with the promise of a woman, of a woman's body. So then when they don't get what they are promised, they are angry. The solution to this violence is not to encourage the entitlement, which is what Stephen is doing. It is to challenge it. It is to stop raising boys and men with the belief that they are entitled to women's bodies. Then they will stop being angry when they don't get them. No one is entitled to anyone's bodies. I'm not entitled to a man's body. He has the free will to turn me down, and men are absolutely not entitled to women's bodies either, in any capacity, in dating, and especially not in giving birth to their children, which is such a taxing, life-risking thing that it deserves even more consent and consideration and choice.
Should society intervene?
The only way society should intervene is to start raising and training boys and men to respect girls and women, to see us as human beings who are allowed to make our own choices, and that includes saying no to them if we so please. It's the equivalent of raising a child to believe he is entitled to 20 presents and then he throws a hissy fit because he doesn't get those 20 presents. The anger will go away on their behalf if the promise to our bodies is removed. I really don't understand why so many men's solution is to never listen to women. It's so scary that men like Stephen's solution and go-to isn't to just simply ask women and care about why women are rejecting these men, because women openly are saying men are not treating them well enough. Pregnancy is a very scary thing and it's very vulnerable, and they don't want to do it with someone that they don't feel safe around. Instead of men's go-to solution being to care about that and to care about women and to say, let's help women feel more safe around men so that they will date them and reproduce them. Instead of that solution, I don't understand why so many men's go-to is to instead just say, let's disregard what women are saying and what women want and just force them to reproduce with men. That is so scary. It's really sad and really dangerous. And I really hope that this conversation that has started from this leads to change, because it's really getting to a concerning place.
The result is a strange social atmosphere where both sides feel frustrated. One side feels abandoned, while the other feels emotionally overworked and unappreciated.
Women are not taken seriously. We are not taken seriously at all, one bit. We have been talking about the fucking manosphere and how toxic men are for years. 40 years. Please tell me why now that it's because a man has done a fucking documentary on it. A man, love you Louis, but a man's done a documentary on it calling it out. Now men are sitting down and go, whoa, 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 wait. Something's amiss here. You shouldn't be doing this, guys. It's actually angered me. It's actually angered me. Every woman has a story. Every single woman, ask any single woman, they will have a story. But all it takes is a man to do a documentary and other men are sitting up and going, we need to make a change. Come on.
But the deeper issue is this: relationships stop functioning when both sides no longer feel valued for who they are. Once appreciation disappears, participation usually disappears right after it.
Men are a lot more passive. In my experience, they're a lot more passive. They're looking for why.
Yeah, why and how? Maybe
how?
Yeah.
How?
Jail.
One,
Word.
like I said, they don't take initiative. Like, gone are the days where a man would be like, "Hey, I think you're beautiful. I wanna get to know you."
Courting.
I'm planning. Yeah, courting. They don't court anymore, right? That's number one.
Because they don't want to go.
Yeah.
To court.
Number two, this was so goofy. What am I even trying to say, bro?
I'm just saying. It's like court. I don't like that word. I mean, keep it 100. Keep it 100. As you as an NFL guy, with all the professional athletes getting taken to the fucking bank by some of these women, scallywags, divorcing to get money, getting babies to get money, that leaves a big impression. Like, God, if I see a pretty girl, is she pretty and is she trying to take me, or does she have her own? Like, does she have her own? She isn't about that. It's like what we see on TV it leaves a stain in society. Like, I'm afraid of these women now.
Because I wonder how does that culture change? Like, and do you feel like the culture has changed so much, like the pendulum has swung so far to one side that it's produced a lot of the passive men? Because I think a lot of men, like, if you come on strong and be like, oh man, he was aggressive, or he's toxic, or he's like, so there's this like, where's the give?
No, it's not black and white. It's not like either you come off strong, you're a man, or you're toxic. Like, there's gray areas in all of this, right? There's a right way and a wrong way to do some things. Like, you can still come off like, I don't want to say strong. Yeah, you can still come off strong in a way that's not gonna scare off the woman. Like, for example, that first dude who was in my DMs, some can consider that coming off strong, but to me, at least, it wasn't scary. It was like, all right, he gave me an option. Like, do I want to go on a date with him on this day at this place? You know what? I don't got nothing to do
some women would be like, can you believe he asked me?
But that's everybody is different.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
You
so
have to figure out who you're talking to, what language she understands, and how to speak her language in order to communicate with her. Like that's part of, honestly, not even just man to woman. That's part of just being a human. Like, there's different ways to communicate with someone. So like I could tell that you're a direct, straightforward person. I could go to you and be like, Godfrey, honestly, this haircut is not for you. Try something else. Try something new. And I feel like you wouldn't take that as offense. You'd be like, what you mean? Oh, you know what? I could try a different haircut. And then you try a different haircut. Where I can come to you and maybe you're not as like I don't care. I just want it directly. Let's say you're a little softer. You're like, I'm not liking the bald. And then you could take it as like, oh my gosh, she thinks I'm a bald-headed demon. Like, you could take it some other kind of way. It just, if I know you and I've rapport with you, I understand, like, okay, this is how Godfrey communicates. This is how you communicate. And if I know how you communicate, then I know how I'm able to effectively speak your language. Because at the end of the day, a message is only as good as the recipient is able to understand it.
At the end of the day, this isn't just about dating or gender roles anymore. It's about trust, expectations, emotional fatigue, and a generation of people slowly withdrawing from dynamics that no longer feel rewarding.
Men stopped playing by the rules, and now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest move.